so Oriani Taramakieta Chiariando Oriana Ala Taranda Kianda Oramaki Shura Magandi Inartuka Dukunda Kinda Korta Kiashut Ariente Triambe Eragu la Turkia Irena Tresuriama Oriana Tresi Iashokientai in retrasuta in Kienia Turka Arientai Ishuku A rebirth is happening now. Undariki ishurkatai orkienta aki shuk sretakia kautuk tiantir untai ataresk shukutai takiatakatai enanayanti ariatukur dai inna ayatukushuk. Call upon the angels, for they are with you, always above you, right above you. They surround you with love and warmth, acceptance and support. Call upon them in these times of massive shift and rebirth.
Good morning and welcome in. Today we shall navigate a few spaces of, I guess, the Aquarian age, because honestly there are a lot of old structures and systems breaking down that we have become so accustomed to, especially in regards to separation and being put into these ideas and programmings of believing we have to take it all on your own. You gotta do it all by yourself. No one's here to help you. And unfortunately, that has become part of the reality of our current structures, but that's where we need to really start looking a little more deeply into these aspects of why is it like this? Because by nature, humans are communal creatures, and having a community support system and just to feel supported in general, to know that you have that structure, can be a very healing and uplifting experience. And in fact, they've even shown that it helps one to live longer when they have a strong support system. Those who live like in the blue zones, for instance, they not only do they eat healthy, but they have a very active social structure. And so it feels like there's this theme of, really looking into how we judge, how we separate, and where in our own minds, our own ways that we perceive the world, are we maybe unknowingly doing this to others or even to ourselves? Because so many of us can find ourselves afraid to ask for help when we need it the most, in situations that are not by any means disempowering, but just a bit challenging. Because unfortunately, our system is set up to be one that makes it a little difficult to navigate when you can't be the strong American worker who's always able to hold their own. It's built a sort of, and I know it goes beyond just America, but it's really prevalent here, and it just really has bred this sort of viewpoint that is just no longer supportive of where we're headed if we want to literally change the world. We all have to understand that we are citizens of Earth. We are not separated by borders, religions, creeds, race. We all share this planet and this land together. And as such, we should all find ways and systems and structures and just different ways of being in society that is supportive of all. Because ultimately, in the end, all everyone wants is love and to live a happy life and to have their basic needs met. To be happy and to be loved. And so when one does find themselves in a situation where you may be facing judgment, in a situation where you may need help, may be vulnerable, and it's a very vulnerable situation. You should keep going forward anyways. Because as these structures crumble, as the layers of the onions peel back, we are still going to come across these layers of the deeply ingrained programming of judgment and separation that has been put into our social structures of the human race for just so long now. Thousands of years. At least a couple thousand. And it's a system that will take time and layers to overcome. For so many of us, still do even have that within ourselves with certain situations. But when the coin is flipped and you find yourself being judged in a situation that is already very sensitive or vulnerable, it is very real for you, keep going forward. Screw what other people think, because if you feel it is right in your heart, despite that apprehensiveness, despite a little bit of like, oh, am I doing the right thing? If you quiet all of that and truly listen to your heart and still feel and hear, yes, this is okay, this is right. And keep listening to that inner voice, and do not let the judgments of others deter you from moving forward in whatever your situation may be. And so, in speaking on that, I was going to pull just a couple cards on that theme of the Aquarian age, coming together as a human race, helping one another out, being a community, doing things differently, being the humanitarians. And we need to heal these disempowering structures, these structures of separation and of judgment and of divisiveness. We can come together and heal that as the citizens of Earth. That's ultimately what we are. We are literally Earthlings, you guys. There are really no borders. It's all man-made. It's all made up BS. That, of course, is a talk for another time. It's a time where we connect to each other's hearts and see people as people without judgment. See them through the space of the heart, through love, through a lens of love, even if you do not understand or agree with their opinions, their judgments, or the way that they may live. We can still love those people exactly as they are. This is something I've spoken on before. It seems to be a theme that keeps coming up. Learning to love all despite the differences. Because it's love that heals and begins to create structures that are supportive for all of humanity. So how can we best support ourselves in the restructuring of our structures, of our human structures, of our societal structures? Oh, I wanted to come out. Let's get one more. We got a total of 4. With one of them being 44. Intriguing. Angel number. Number has been really coming out strongly. The angelic energies have been very powerful lately. There is this sense of a massive shift on the horizon in the collective as well. And so there is a lot of support coming in at this time to be here and kind of help us through if we need it. So, the first card is Leap. We'd gotten this in the last reading. Of course, I scry the cards, literally. Read the alt. And immediately, this time, the bubbles for me are saying, take the leap into coming together. Structures of coming together, finding ways in which all can coexist within a shared space, within this vibration of love, because this vibration of love builds a pillar of support that can help create and support many different structures in many different ways for all. And these little green dots, it's going to take some steps, but each step gets a little bigger. Each step builds a little bit more momentum. Each step done in love towards creating something more supportive for yourself, or for your community, or for however this resonates for you. It's one step at a time, even in the face of judgment, when you are trying to come to a place of community. So you continue forward even through the challenges and the curves, taking one step at a time, following the heart, doing so in love. It will grow and grow and grow until you finally find that pillar that holds it all together. 30. The next card is synergy. 45. We're coming together. Two different energies, creating a harmony. To me, this is speaking of a wall that has existed for so long, of those programs I spoke of divisiveness, separation, judgment, even fear. Here, it's perforated. Holes are beginning to form as we witness all that is happening on the world stage. It is creating preparations in that separation. And as you can see here, it's like it's bursting forth, it's starting to leak out, it's starting to really seep out of what has kept us separated for so long. People are beginning to see what they really need to see. And even in our own life, this could be true as well. In our family structures, in our friend circles. Where we're beginning to see these structures that may have caused separation or division within our social structures, our personal social structures, and seeing where we can begin to shine light through and begin to dissolve that wall and begin to work together in a synergistic way, coming together in the name of cooperation so that that wall may dissolve completely. And see the two holes, it's like it connects to one another. Everyone wanting the same thing, in a sense, that same sense of purpose, that same want for love and basic needs, to be seen and to be heard and to be loved and to be happy. Finding that commonality can help to dissolve that wall of separation and allow the coming through and merging together of the different ways in which we operate, yet doing it in a harmonious and cooperative way. And here I'm actually seeing a face, which is interesting. Maybe finally seeing that within our own selves. Us looking at, oh, that's actually been here and I didn't even notice it until now. But I'm able to see through it now. I'm able to see it for what it is. And you can see the light is, it's as if the light is shining onto his face. He's beginning to, he or she is being able to finally see through the bullshit. Intriguing. The sun. The heart. The one or two things that connect us all. The sun and the heart. That is where we find the opening to dissolve these old structures, where we can begin to see through, see with the use of our heart, and the coming together under our shared sun on this shared planet without borders. The next one is 44, which is spring, new beginnings, coming full circle. You can see it's like it's coming full circle. New growth is beginning to grow as the old that had died and went to ground during winter is beginning to produce new seeds, new ways, new flowers of inspiration and knowledge, new ways of seeing in all ways, in all the different ways. And it comes together in this beautiful, beautiful symphony of color and collaboration and cooperation. And of course, the 44 is really sticking out to me again as the angel number, meaning that as we navigate these new ways of trying to be in our lives and even in our societal structures, we will have support. Call upon angelic support. Call upon any faith that you may have. Because we do have support teams that are unseen, seen and unseen, who will help to hold us up in times where things may begin to feel maybe a little crowded with all the new growth happening, all the new ideas, all the new stuff coming out. But when you take a step back and ask for some guidance, some clarity, and take a step back, you can begin to see this whole beautiful picture emerge and see how it all actually works together, that it is all working together and it's all serving, even if at first it seemed overwhelming or overcrowding or too much. Just like when you experience challenges Once you overcome that challenge, you are stronger, you are wiser, you have learned so much from it, you have grown, and that challenge has actually become something that really helped you, was helpful, was serving. So when you can take a step back from the judgment of what's too much, what's too little, what's not growing right, or what, or even what is growing just right, and to see that it's all working together as one beautiful, glorious photo, picture, experience. You can see the beauty in all of it, all of it. Taking a step back to look at the bigger picture, and asking for guidance and support when needed. And we have number 17, Father Sky. He too speaks of cooperation, for we all live under the sky, the same sky. We all live upon the same land, the same planet, the same earth. Where in our life can we be more inclusive? Where in our life can we be more cooperative? Well, of course, still maintaining, healthy boundaries, surely, but inclusive in the fact of still loving those that most would deem unlovable, even from a distance. Still seeing them as human and doing what they know is best. That they're all doing the best that they can too, because we all, under the same sky, are here for this, wanting usually the same thing: happiness and love, and to thrive. To follow our calling, and what brings us all together. The diamond shape often speaks of the spiritual self, the spiritual body as well. And so maybe adopting more spiritual practices, more meditative practices, more simplified spiritual practices, even just through breath and silence and listening. For even the birds speak wisdom through song, without even having to say a word. They just sing it. They sing the wisdom of the sky, of Father Sky. And in most bird structures, not all, but so many of them do also work together under the same sky as a community, not even having to speak to one another, and yet still being able to move together in harmony together as this beautiful symphony of cooperation and togetherness and looking out for one another. Even my duck friends that I have here, as they nap, because when we've been feeding them, sometimes they'll nap here. One will always stay awake while the others nap, so they can look out for the ones that are sleeping and allow them to get their rest so that they are safe. and looked over while they take time to tend to themselves, and then they'll switch off, working together as a community. And also vultures, how they all swirl together in those vortexes. The starlings that all move as the breathing cloud. They look like breathing clouds, breathing structures, never colliding. There is wisdom in that. Wisdom from the sky, wisdom from Father Sky, and how we can all look to the birds and listen to the wisdom of what it is we can do to find more cooperative systems, harmonious systems, and supportive structures that support all in the basis of love, true unconditional love, and togetherness, and just coming together as a community, as a village, under one shared sky. The same sky we all live under. Look up. That is how you will grow. This is how our heart will grow. Look up. Thank you. If this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll leave a few things in the description. And other than that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will be seeing you again soon. Thank you for taking time to be with me today. Much love and gratitude. Thank you.